Welcome back to the Bible Reading Project. It is Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. We're hoping to inspire you to read the Bible every single day. Zero excuse, and we hope it's working. I got my best friend, Ryan Hodeman, Leon Clark with me, and we're going to be all year together, man. Thank you so much for jumping in. We'll bring on some guests. I had fun with some of the guests that came on.
They were fun.
Yeah, man, I have a good time, but I always enjoy you. I love how you think about the Bible. Psalms, all 150 of them. I'm pumped.
Me too.
And here's why I'm pumped. We just said yesterday in Psalm 1, we're going to tackle Psalm 2 today. Would you read Psalm 2 today?
Psalms chapter 2.
Yeah, so we're talking about meditating in the law of the Lord day and night. Our life prospers. We're planted. We're grounded. We bear fruit. And I think that's what we have to understand about the Bible. It's not just about having a devotion, but it's about planting your life, grounding your life, and your life prospering and bearing fruit.
Right.
And I'm a living testimony that when you just stay in the Word, man, you know, it helps you stay an even-keeled life. So here's what we're doing. It's a little different this year than we've ever done because we have some representatives of all year long. These three girls, which is Stella and Katie and Mackenzie, have taken a big challenge to read the Bible. Zero excuse.
Right.
You think they've made it? It's Tuesday. You think they've done it?
I have faith.
I have faith they did it 2 days.
At least two of the three of them
I do.
it.
I have faith. I hope we never have to X one of them out. I hope their friendship, which is what we believe about community, right?
That's right.
I hope that they can keep each other in community and not give up the fight, because what happens if they read it all year long? Zero excuse.
I think that they will, let's see, Psalm 1.
Outside of Psalm 1, what have we promised them?
Oh, that they will get a trip to Deer Lick Park, Douglasville.
Deer Lick Park, Douglasville. They're going to Deer Lick Park, Douglasville, a.k.a. also known as Disney World Orlando. And they are excited.
How great would that be?
It's going to be great, man.
Like we go to Deer Lick ahead of time and we paint it.
Just like Disney. It's going to
like
be fun.
It'd be, say, Disneyland, but
Right.
we'll have to leave like a letter out for copyright purposes.
Disneyland.
Yeah, and then and then we have someone dressed up in like a mouse costume.
I've got that. I've got and I've got a Grinch costume.
Yes, you do.
And a Santa costume, man. So it's going to be fun. I hope they make it.
Me too.
If they don't, maybe me and you'll just go and we'll hang out and enjoy it, because we're reading. Are you going to read it every day?
That's my plan.
Because I don't want to leave you behind.
Right.
I don't want you
to X my face out.
X your face
like
out.
I'll
like
sit
you
here
don't get
and
to
just
go.
like blur my face
I don't
out
even
on
know where the
camera.
money's going to come from, but we believe.
We have
right?
faith.
we have faith. And then something new we're doing too. Every Thursday we do Trivia Thursday because we want to bless people.
Yeah.
We're sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee. We've got nothing from them unofficially. We've received no funds, no money, but by faith we believe. We're going to keep believing.
Yes, sir.
But we also believe to get, you got to give. And so we're going to be giving prizes away every Thursday, hopefully to inspire people to read their Bible. You can win prizes. Go to Disney World, but better than that, Psalm 1. Your life is planted. You bear fruit. So let's jump in. I think it's 12 verses long. Read Psalm 2 and let's just chat about it a little bit.
All right. Psalm chapter 2. Why are the nations so angry? Why do they waste their time with futile plans? The kings of the earth prepare for battle. The rulers plot together against the Lord and against his anointed one. Let us break their chains, they cry, and free ourselves from slavery to God. But the one who rules in heaven laughs. The Lord scoffs at them. Then in anger he rebukes them, terrifying them with his fierce fury. For the Lord declares, I have placed my chosen king on the throne in Jerusalem, on my holy mountain. The king proclaims the Lord's decree. The Lord said to me, you are my son. Today I have become your father. Only ask, and I will give you the nations as your inheritance, the whole earth as your possession. You will break them with an iron rod and smash them like clay pots. Now then, you kings, act wisely. Be warned, you rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord with reverent fear and rejoice with trembling. Submit to God's royal Son, or he will become angry, and you will be destroyed in the midst of all your activities, for his anger flares up in an instant. But what joy for all who take refuge in him.
Man, that's good. I think that sums up 2020.
Yeah.
Right? Did you not feel in 2020 that like the earth, the government, like is all just against God's people?
Yeah.
Like shut the churches down, like everything just all of a sudden comes antithesis and an antagonistic. like feeling like, dude, what's a virus coming, shutting the churches down? Like since I've been alive, the churches have never shut down, right? And all of a sudden the churches are shut down, and we're all kind of scrambling in a weird way, like, oh, this is new. We've never had to think this. I guess we'll need to do online. And then you read this, and it says they're plotting against the rulers of the earth, are plotting against God's anointed one, talking about Jesus, right? But even as his church, we're his body.
Right.
Don't you see a definite antagonistic spirit against Christianity today, as in never before, against those that really truly live a faith? And then I love what it says. It says, oh, you really want to know verse 4? God's up in heaven laughing, right? God's up in heaven just like mocking at what goes on. And I think that there comes this great challenge to our life. There comes a great challenge where we have to ask the question, do we really believe that it pays to serve the Lord?
Right.
And that's where it ends on the very last verse in verse 12. It says, oh, but what a joy for all those who take refuge in him.
Yeah.
And I think that's the challenge of chapter 2. In the middle of hell, things falling apart, everybody against you, maybe friends, maybe life, maybe the government, maybe whatever it could be,
right,
that we find joy in the Lord.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I take away from this is that do I still find joy doing life God's way?
Yeah.
You know? And then listen to this, verse 8. This goes all the way back, 1983. I graduated high school and went to Bible college in Dallas.
Good job.
I sat in the classroom with a mission professor, and he broke out this psalm, and he taught us a song. He got his little guitar out. Well, actually, he did a cappella that day. And he taught us a song. It was, ask of me, and I will give the nations as an inheritance for you, as an inheritance for you. The whole class had to sing it. We sang that song every time class started. And I read it today. I'm some 30, 40 years later, nearly. I read it today, and it still takes me back to the passion that he had to pray for the nations. And I think in times like 2020 that we just came out of, anxiety's running high, fear's running high, we forget to still ask God for the nations.
Yeah.
We feel like, oh, the nations are taking us over, the government's taking over, versus us really stirring our faith and go, no, man, we're on God's team.
Right.
We can still pray for the nations, still pray for our country, and see God win. That's kind of my takeaway from it.
Yeah, that's good.
Anything stick out on you?
Verse 3. Let us break their chains, they cry, and free ourselves from slavery to God. You know, if you have the wrong perspective of the law, of the word of God, it seems like you're being bound up in slavery to it, that it's a curse almost, like, well, I like a dog on a chain in the front yard, like, oh, I want to run after the squirrel, or I want to go bite the mailman's ankle,
right,
but I'm chained up because the word of God is not allowing me to have that kind of fun.
Yeah.
And it appears to be a curse. And if you have the wrong perspective, that's what you're going to say. Well, God, I'm going to break these chains off, and I'm going to go do what I want, because I'm not going to be in slavery to some far distant God that is just trying to ruin my life. It doesn't even care about me. But like you said, if you realize that it's taking refuge in him, that it's a place of refuge, it's a place of safety. When fear tries to overcome you, it's not a bondage in the sense of trying to control you, but it is a protection in the sense of it's a place of refuge.
And that's good. I like that. I don't know why, but you know, it almost is like there's this line in your life that you just have to cross.
Yeah.
That it pays to serve God.
Right.
My dad started teaching me that when I was a teenager. He would say, son, it pays to serve God. It doesn't cost, it pays, you know. And not that it doesn't cost to die to myself and to give up lust and habits, but that when you serve God, man, in the end, it always pays off. There's never any regrets. That's how my mom says it. She says, those that serve the Lord have no regret. And it's true. Right. When you're younger, you may question it, but man, it's been so, man, thank you. This has been so good. I'm enjoying the Psalms. I'm enjoying digging them out. I hope you're enjoying it. We'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday, hump day, to read Psalm chapter 3.